Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Aditya Iyer. I'm the co-founder of NeoTrader, and I'm super excited today once again to be doing this live market trading and analysis sessions for all you neo traders who are out there. So it's Wednesday, and we had a pretty decent show in the markets yesterday. So we saw the Nifty, it gave a gap down open yesterday, and then it started moving up. We got two more dips in the day, and both those dips got bought into, right? So similarly for the Bank Nifty, two successive days of up moves. I can't, I have to state this, that in the past few sessions, Bank Nifty has gone up 1200 points in two sessions, and Nifty has gone up 600 points in the past few days. So earlier, like if I look at the earlier month's range, the entire the range of the entire month was around 300 or 400 points, but in the past few days itself we've got 600 points move on the Nifty. And for two successive days, two consecutive days, FIIs have been net buyers in the market. So net institutional inflows in the market has been positive for two consecutive days after a really long time. So yes, a lot of interesting things happening out there in the market. As always, we will go and we will analyze the market, we will analyze the Nifty, analyze the Bank Nifty, pick out stocks, and begin trading in the market. So yes, before I can begin, I would just request you to just hit yes on the chat if everything is clear. You can hear my audio video clearly. Good morning, Jay Kumar, Vetri, Pradeep, Darshan, Rajesh, Rajpal, Madhubi, all of you guys here. A very good morning to all of you. Great to see many of you logging in once again in today's session. So without any further delay, let us begin with our analysis of the markets and with our analysis of the Nifty. Okay, so so the first thing that I would like to highlight here, as you all can see, is I have the chart of the Nifty here. I have some levels that I have been telling all of you daily for the past few days. For the past many days, I have been marking out these levels as important support resistance points on the Nifty, and of course the cloud. So when we were analyzing the Nifty here in the bottom, and when we started getting this particular recovery, the target, the positional target that we had on the Nifty was of the cloud. The Nifty has reached the cloud now, so that it has gone and it has reached one resistance, and it seems all set to break that and cross that. Now in my yesterday session, I told all of you that if the Nifty needs to reach its next target, it needs to start moving up quickly, and that started happening yesterday as well. So now what we have is, we have a Nifty that has shown two successive green candles. Okay, we have a Nifty that has broken above the lower end of the cloud. So now the target of the Nifty becomes the top end of the cloud, which comes at around 16,900. So what we have here is an Ichimoku cloud. The bottom end of the cloud was the first target, which I hinted to all of you people here. Like when we are seeing this up move, I told all of you that it will move all the way till the cloud, but it may not be a one-way movement. It will be a very choppy movement, and it was exactly like that. It was a very choppy movement to the top. Now since we have reached here, our next target is going to be 16,900. And how do I know that? Like if I go inside my NeoTrader, and if I go to my stock analyzer page, I have all of these levels already here for me. So this is the lower end of the cloud, this is the top end of the clouds, and all of these things are already mentioned here for me. Okay, so I was looking at the options data, and I saw a good addition in 16,300 puts. Earlier it was at 16,200. Before that it was at 16,100. Now the put addition has come at 16,300. So pretty good cushioning for a Nifty on the way down. All of these put sellers will create a very good support, a very good cushion for any sort of decline. So PCR also, like I told you yesterday, at around 1.3, 1.4, which is which again is a very positive trigger for the Nifty, right? So when if I go to my option data, what do I see? I see that my I'll do it for say Nifty first, okay? So when I do it for the Nifty, what do I see? I see that my OI support is at 16,200. So my based on the open interest, my support is coming at 16,200 and my resistance is coming at 16,600. Okay, the most active call, like I told you earlier, we saw a lot of addition in 16,300. So a large addition has come here in the 16,300 call, right? And and at the same time also the most active put is at 16,200. Okay, so currently we are here in like our Nifty is here and our resistance is 16,600. So we have a 300 point range to play for the Nifty. Okay, so based on our options data also, this is what you can see. These are the levels that you can mark out. And if I try and corroborate this with the chart, I saw 16,200 over there, right? And if I have a look at my price action zone, it is at around 16,170. And if I go to and see my TS line, okay, if I go and see my TS line also at close to 16,100. Okay, so 16,100 to 16,200, a lot of support is visible there, right? Also in terms of the option data, also in terms of the price action zones in the chart and the Ichimoku TS line. The top end of the zone, I have already told you that it is a cloud. Uske niche we have 15,880. I've spoken to all of you about 15,880. It has held many times and it has been acted as a resistance also. So 15,880 can be like a more of a like a multi-day support or a multi-day stop loss to any long position. If we want to sort of have a look at a more near term, the more near term figure will be 16,170, and the nearest support that we have was the last 16,170 will be our nearest support, and a more multi-day level that we have can be 15,880. Okay, and 16,900 can be the target for this whole move. So yeah, so nothing new in terms of these levels. Okay, these levels more or less have been held for the past few days, and these levels are being held true as well for the past few days. So we are going to mainly just continue on the status quo that is already there on the Nifty. So now let us move to the Bank Nifty. So clearly yesterday I saw a big addition to the 35,500 put in the Bank Nifty. So now that becomes the base. Okay, so here I have 34,750 as one of the supports that I had drawn earlier, which has worked. Now that will become more of a multi-day target. Okay, or no, it'll become more of a multi-day stop loss. Below that I have these other lines over here that I can use. I have 35,000 as one important level. I have 35,100 also, 35,150 also as another important level, and at around 35,150 I also have the Ichimoku TS line. So yes, 35,150 can act as a good support for the Bank Nifty, and it is scarily close now to its target. So if I go to the stock analyzer page of Bank Nifty, what do I see? Let me go here and let us see, is it gone? Let me write Bank Nifty and let me see. And here I have my TS line at 35,111. So approximately at around 35,100 levels I have my TS line. At 34,000 levels I have my KS line. Okay, so 34 is pretty far, so I think we can use our near term support. This can act as our near term support, and our target for this move is coming close at 35,883, approximately 35,900 levels. Okay, so that is one level. And another thing is, if I go to my options data, what do I find in my options data? I find that my OI resistance is also at 36,000. So even the OI resistance is somewhere near the top end of the cloud. So that can be the target, or that can be the resistance for the current day's move that is happening here. And when I look at support, I look at support at 35,000. So looking at the option data here, it is clearly visible to me that I think Bank Nifty, and if I look, if I have to compare between the two indices here, considering that the Nifty is stuck in that 300-point range, the Bank Nifty seems to be a bit freer to continue higher. Okay, so I find that the Bank Nifty, also the trend seems to be better. So between the Nifty and Bank Nifty, clearly the Bank Nifty looks better. And another thing, so I know all of you would have seen my analysis yesterday on Kumo, on the future cloud being bullish. And I was again looking at my Ichimoku page of NeoTrader, and looking it for the indices and on the daily chart. And when I chose future cloud bullish, I found that the Bank Nifty showed up. So the future cloud is also bullish on the Bank Nifty. And if I go here, you can also see it on the chart. What I have here is a daily chart. If I just move it little bit on the right over here, 1 second, here you will see that you can actually see that this particular future cloud has turned bullish exactly here. Okay, so that is another reason why I would prefer the Bank Nifty over the Nifty. Okay, so that is something that you have here, guys. So I think I have discussed all of the levels now. I've shown you exactly what to do on the Nifty. I've shown you exactly what to do on the Bank Nifty. We have gone and we have analyzed the options data as well. So yes, you all can accordingly mark all of these levels and decide what you want to do once the market opens. Okay, all right, now it is time for us to move to stocks, and it is a day where the earnings are pretty heavy. Okay, very heavy day for earnings, because I can see that we have a lot of stocks that are going to be reporting their earnings today, like Wipro, Gland Pharma, IndusInd Bank, Tata Communications, Seat, Havells, yeah, and many more like Syngene, and many other small cap, mid cap companies are also there. OFSS is there, Newgen Software, Mastech. Okay, so results are something that we need to keep our eyes on. HUL was one of the stocks that reported its numbers after the market, and HUL's numbers were clearly exceeding the expectations of a street. There was a beat in revenue, that was a beat in volume growth. Margin came a bit under pressure, but that was more or less factored in. And maybe the management commentary was not as upbeat, because they said that maybe 1 or 2 quarters more there will be margin pressure. But overall, the results of HUL has been very encouraging. Like Hindustan Unilever is a stock, in the past 2 weeks we have been tracking a lot on this particular live stream. Even in NeoTrader, for all of you people, we were constantly seeing that FMCG sector was coming up, and Hindustan Unilever was one of those companies that was constantly showing in green, constantly coming in every bullish module. Okay, and we were also constantly discussing bullish trades on Hindustan Unilever. So that is always like a fundamental force that drives the trends. You will not know what that is, right, unless the results or unless the news comes out, but the market knows and it gets discounted in the market. And being technical analysts, being neo traders, we are having the ability to read that from the chart, right? And we saw that 15 days, from 15 days it is been moving up, and now we know why exactly that is happening, because of the expectations of strong results in HUL. Another stock that reported results was so let me just put the chart of HUL and see what is happening here. And here we are on HUL, and I find that the stock pretty much has been in an uptrend as it has been in all of these days. It has come and it has taken support at the TS line over here, and considering the news, it has been so the results have been a positive surprise. Maybe we can see more upside in this particular stock. The next two set of stocks were HDFC Life and ICICI Lombard. Both insurance companies had reported their numbers. HDFC Life, I think ICICI Lombard was better. HDFC Life was also decent, but I don't think it beat street expectations. Okay, so that was one. Polycab was another stock that announced its numbers, and Polycab's numbers were a beat on all fronts. And this is something that I discussed yesterday before the market opened. Polycab was a potential reversal stock that we were discussing. In the morning itself, I showed you this chart, and I showed you how it was on the verge of a breakout above these TS and KS lines. If we went to the potential reversal section of NeoTrader, we found Polycab over there as well. So in multiple ways, you were alerted on the up move for Polycab, and the moment the results also came, the stock just flew yesterday up 5%. So yes, Polycab was a stock that you could have traded yesterday, and you could have traded that from NeoTrader yesterday. So yes, so excellent move we got in Polycab. Another stock we got a very good move on, and something that we even discussed, and I saw that many of you also took a trade in that stock, and that was none other than Federal Bank. So it's clearly let me open the chart. Like, clearly Federal Bank is moving as per our expectations. We can see this wonderful up move. What I explained to all of you yesterday was that if we get a good up move in the trade yesterday, the CS line will move up on weekly, and that is exactly what happened. We got a great up move which saw the Chiku span come out of the price and become free. Okay, on the weekly chart. On the daily chart, it was already free, and it is, it is almost given a one-way vertical move. So excellent movement we've got in Federal Bank. I know that many of you people have gone and taken this trade as well. I think 109 was the first target that I gave, and 115 was the second one. This can also act like a positional trade. Okay, so that is another thing you need to keep in mind. But excellent showing in Federal Bank. The next thing was the USD INR. The USD INR actually has gone and hit a record low of 80. Okay, so finally, for all these days, everyone was talking about वो 80 हो जाएगा क्या? अब वो हो गया. Okay, we saw almost it went and it is gone and touched 80. Okay, so here it is. कल के trading में हुआ था 80 का touch. You can see the high is 80.06. So almost there we went, and it continues to move higher without any respite. What I do have is, we have written on the insights column of cknarayan.com insights column. We have a very very good report on the USD INR, where we have identified that on recent days. You can have a look at this particular article. Okay, which very clearly says what you need to do in the USD INR. Okay, so if you see this, the USD INR pair has been progressing briskly in recent days, and there has been a big tussle going on at the 80 level. So all of you would have gone and you would have seen that happening. And over here we have also attached a chart, and and in this particular chart you can see that there is a trailing stop loss uh, line that is attached here, and we find that it is very close to this particular trailing stop loss line. So in case so that was one observation on the USD INR chart. So you can go to cknarayan.com and go to insights, and you will be able to read this entire article on USD INR, and there is also an article here on Bank Nifty. You all can go and read both of these articles. Okay, so don't and please bookmark this particular link and don't miss out on it, because it is a very good, it's a very excellent resource for you guys to go and like understand what is happening in the market. Okay, so that is one thing that you need to do. cknarayan.com insights. All right. Okay, so with that, let us go and check out some of the stocks that are showing results today. And I saw that Havells was one of the stocks that is showing results. Havells. Now we need to look out for the results in Havells. But all of you will who have been in this particular live will remember Havells is something that we've been tracking for many days. Okay, and I alerted all of you on the day we saw like a rounding pattern in Havells. You can go back and see that particular video, and if I open the chart of Havells, you will also find that on the daily chart we were having this nice rounding pattern, yeah, and this exact yellow line, okay, exactly here this particular yellow line was like the breakout point, and from there, the moment we've got a breakout from there, we've seen the stock moving up now. If the results of today is good, we might even get a higher up move in this particular stock. But like we indicated to you, like rounding pattern, and we got our rounding pattern breakout. Exactly when all of these smaller candles were coming, we were discussing this stock Havells almost every day on our channel. Okay. So that is something we have been doing, something you guys also need to be doing, because in so many different pages and so many different, like in the weekend analysis also, daily analysis also, in places with all three green dots, we were looking at Havells. So yeah, that is one stock that we need to pay attention to. A result named today. What other stock is going to report its results? Let me go and check. What else do we have? IndusInd Bank is what we have for results, and Wipro. So let me look at Wipro now. What is happening in Wipro? Yeah. Okay, so Wipro, clearly it is following on the wake of all the other IT stocks, and I can see, and we saw all of those jokes and memes also started coming on Wipro now on Twitter and all other places. So we might have to wait to see what happens in the results, but the trend definitely is weak. If the results are good, maybe we can look for some bit of reversal on that can come here, and if we have a reversal from here, we can look for a rally towards the cloud. Okay, that is what we can do in Wipro. The next stock is IndusInd Bank. Let us go to IndusInd Bank and check out what is happening on IndusInd. IndusInd also not the strongest of trends, but clearly from the bottom it seems to be reviving higher bottoms, and the last two candles have been pretty strong. They've broken above both the TS and KS lines, and moving towards the cloud. 895 is the cloud level, $10 more from here. So let us see what the results have in store for the stock today. Okay, it seems like it is going to be giving a gap up today, so we may have to see what happens. All these banks moved up yesterday, so we will have to look for a gap up. But the more important thing is, after that gap up comes, we need to look for follow through. Okay, we have to see who all are giving follow through. That is one thing that we might have to check. Okay, so that is what we would do on IndusInd Bank, and as and when the market change opens and we we get wind of more stocks we can see. Another stock that I saw was was part of, I think, the multi-day trades of NeoTrader also, and which was part of many of you people's watch list also that I saw. Many of you guys made weekend watch list and shared on the group. And one stock over in that many of you had unanimously written was CUB, City Union Bank. And the stock City Union Bank went up 2.5% yesterday. Okay, and on Monday itself it was up 1.6%, and yesterday another 2.5%. So first of all, for all the people who picked City Union Bank and put it in their particular watch list, I will congratulate you. Yeah. And I saw that on the on our WhatsApp group, people were sharing that. And second, if you've gone and if you've taken the trade, how many of you have actually gone and taken a trade in CUB? Please write on the chat. Okay, no point creating a watch list if you are not going to take a trade on that stock. All right, so that is one thing that you need to see. But anyway, the fact that you almost got like a 2.5% and a 2% move in the stock, his itself will give you the confidence that you are moving in the right direction. Okay, awesome. Okay, great. Will Nifty get exhausted near 16,600, 16,800, leading to continued downfall? Jimmy, we already analyzed the Nifty and what can happen on the Nifty a little bit earlier. So if you just go back and see the earlier part of the video, you will know. So clearly the resistance, the OI resistance is at 16,600 and at 15, and and we have our cloud. Okay, if I go to my Nifty chart, and if I have my cloud here at 16,900. Okay, so and the level that you have mentioned is 16,800. Okay, at 16,600 to 16,800. So yes, we do have a lot of resistances there, and this current up move, the move that we're seeing now, the target of that move is very much close to these levels that you have spoken to. So these were the levels that we discussed in the morning. So if you just go and have a look at that, Jimmy, you will get an idea of what to do. And yes, Nifty is going to be opening with a huge gap up today. Once again, it is going to be the most important thing for everyone now today. For Nifty, you will see a big gap up. In many stocks, you will see a big gap up. Remember, we have to check from open, and we have to check for gap up with follow through. Okay, with the stocks that do not give follow through, we will not look at those stocks, because always remember, when we have a gap, we need to see follow through happening above the high of that gap. Okay, so that is what we'll do. It's almost 9:14 now. We will wait for the market to open, and we will wait for this huge gap up to happen. Okay, and we will wait for our 16,900 target to come, and then we'll see what is going to go on. Okay, and here we are. The market has opened. So this is the daily chart of the Nifty. Let me now go to the intraday chart of the Nifty and see what is happening on my intraday chart. Here I have an open above R3, directly above R3. I have an open on Nifty, but as gap up, and it is showing some red. So let us wait for this candle to settle down. Let me now go to the Bank Nifty. What is happening on the Bank Nifty? Again, similar gap up, but not as much as the Nifty. Okay, so yes, but again, so we will see some profit booking right at the open. Okay, so that is what is going on. I told you exactly what you guys need to see. You need to wait for gap up. You need to wait for follow through. Okay, so let all of these candles settle down. Okay, let the 5 minutes of candle close, mark the high and low of that 5-minute candle, and see if that high is going to break. Okay, that was for the Nifty. And now let me go and let me quickly have a look at the dashboard from open. Very important to see the dashboard from open today. आज ही आपको इसका वैल्यू मालूम पड़ेगा, क्योंकि अभी तो फ्रॉम क्लोज से सब कुछ ग्रीन लग रहा है. ONGC, VDL, Reliance, SAIL, GAIL, everything, NBC, everything is in the green. and nothing is showing in the red. But let us see what happens now when I change this to open, whether things continue to be in the green or do we get to see some red as well. Oh, you can see the whole thing has changed. See, पूरा ग्रीन था, अभी पूरा ये रेड हो गया. नौकरी, LNT, LTTS, AU बैंक, ये सब कुछ थोड़ा आर द लूजर्स. सेल, कोफोर्ज, मदरसन, बंधन, TVS Motor, Hindustan Copper, and okay, all of these guys on the top. What is there on the bottom? Hind Petro, Ramco, Naukri, Reliance. Reliance is down. Hindustan Unilever also is down. Okay, MFSL, Navin Fluorine, Alchem. Okay, so that's why it's very important to see the way the market from open. I cannot stress this more. See, now we saw that HUL gave very good results. Okay, और वो बहुत अच्छा रिजल्ट देने के बाद वो गैप अप तो होगा ही, बट फ्रॉम ओपन यू नीड टू सी. ओके, इफ यू सी फ्रॉम क्लोज यू विल बी लाइक अरे इसका रिजल्ट भी अच्छा है और ये पॉजिटिव भी दिख रहा है तो अच्छा ही होगा सब कुछ. बट व्हेन यू एक्चुअली कम टू ओपन आपको ये दिखता है कि ये डाउन है 1%, ये रिलायंस भी डाउन है 1%, तो यू नीड टू वेट. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you one thing. Let us do some market breadth analysis for the Nifty. पहले बात तो our top stock Reliance, top in terms of weightage. Reliance is down, Hindustan Unilever is down, Apollo Hospital है नीचे, but उसका उतना वेट नहीं है. बजाज फिनसर्व का अच्छा खासा वेट है, वो नीचे है. Grasim also decent weight, Bajaj Finance decent weight, HCL Tech has a decent weight, Bharti Airtel. Okay, all of these stocks are down. Okay, along with Davis Lab also. So what I'm seeing is when I go and look at this first row. Okay, all these stocks in the first row जो actually green में है, they're all 0% में है. So that is technically flat. But when I look at these biggies, 1.3%, 1.3%, 1%. Okay, almost close to 1%. So clearly, as of right now, looking at this whole heat map, I will not get overly excited with that gap up move. I will wait to see what happens on the market, and if I go here on the Nifty, what I find is I see that the Nifty is showing a red candle. Where when I saw the market breadth of the Nifty, I also knew that it is going to be red only. Why it is happening? I didn't even need to go and see this particular red candle. अपने को idea आ ही गया, ठीक है. Abhi, let us go and let us see it for the Bank Nifty. What is happening on the Bank Nifty? And clearly, Bank Nifty is being led by SBI, which is flat. It's 0.2%. I'm seeing all of this from open, right? Okay. So if some of you people are wondering that why the percentage change that you are seeing and what we are seeing here is different, because I have kept open on. And what it is showing me is, it is showing me the change on these stocks after 9:15, after the market has opened. Because as an intraday trader, what matters to you is the price action of the market once it has opened and not during close. So no specific leadership on the Bank Nifty as well today. AU Bank, a usual suspect, that is down. ICICI Bank, IndusInd. Okay, so the Bank Nifty, if I see as a whole, it is flat. It's not, I would not say it is really down. I would say that the Bank Nifty is flat. Okay, yeah. So now Mangesh is asking me, generally after good results, HUL drops. What could be the reason? See, there's not always a reason for why a stock goes up or goes down. It is important for us to sort of, identify the trend and do something with it. One of the most common reasons, as to why, a stock may fall after good results is if that expectations of good results were already there in the price. Okay, so like for example, यहाँ पे if you look at HUL, बहुत दिन से it was already in an uptrend, people were already buying it, so maybe there was an expectation already built in inside Hindustan Unilever price that ये ऊपर ही इसका रिजल्ट अच्छा ही आने वाला है. एंड द डे ऑफ द रिजल्ट हमेशा गैप अप होता है. एंड मैनी पीपल हु बॉट अर्लियर, ओके, पीपल हु आर इनसाइडर्स, पीपल हु आर like very well informed on the matters of the company, or people who are very good analysts who have gone and estimated that the results will be good, all of these people will exit on the day of the results as and when new people come to buy. So that is why the smart money gets out many times on the day of the result. That's why you see a fall. But over here, specifically in the case of HUL, I saw this big candle in the morning. First 5 minute candle का हो गया. And on abhi what is happening is I'm actually getting a level 1 trade on HUL right now. That is what is coming. It's almost going to be, this candle has to close, but it looks like we're going to be having a level 1 trade on HUL. I think the people who wanted to exit in the morning would have exited in this particular candle, and now fresh guys are coming to enter. So yes, level 1 trade in HUL is coming up, guys. Please have a very good look at this one. Okay, so HUL is something that all of you guys need to track. And let me go now to my CPR and see what is happening on CPR. I will just refresh this page once. स्टॉक्स में कोई फ्यूचर क्लाउड आया क्या बुलिश? स्टॉक्स में है, काफी सारा आया है इधर. तो लेट मी सी द वंस विद हाईएस्ट बुल स्कोर. बालकृष्णा इंडस्ट्रीज, वाओ. बजाज ऑटो, आइशर मोटर्स, M&M, मारुति, बॉश. Okay, so let me go here and let me do a more higher end filter, that is Kumo Twist, Apollo Tire, Honeywell Automation, IGL, Godrej Property, Voltas. Okay, ठीक है. Here we are on this page for this level 1 trade, and I am going to go to my CPR page now. After going to my CPR page, what I'll do is I want to go and see what is like wide and what is narrow. That is the first thing. Okay. And after that, I want to go and see what is there in level 1. Okay. So here, if I have a look at this particular page, I want to filter the score. I'll take 3 and above. all the stocks with a score of 3 and above on CPR I can filter, and let me see what comes. Okay, so with the score, हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर तो आ गया है. तो ये तो मैंने आपको दिखा दिया, लाइक यहाँ पे लेवल 1 अपने को मिल गया. ठीक है, so that is one thing I have already shown all of you. Please go and pay attention to this, all 3 green dots. Shriram Transport, all 3 green dots. Please pay. Federal Bank, again all 3 green dots. फेडरल बैंक इज ओवर ईयर. L&T भी है इधर. L&T करके आ रहा था चार्ट पे. L&T भी आया है यहाँ पे. ठीक है, तो ये है. ग्रासिम है. ग्रासिम वॉज ऑल्सो ऑन द न्यूज. आई थिंक दे आर सेटिंग अप सम e-commerce website for building materials. So Grasim also was in the news. Ashok Leyland with 2 green dots. I see on the chat that Ganesh has already entered Ashok Leyland. Yeah. I have Bajaj Finance, Hindalco with 2 dots. But let's complete the ones with 3 dots first. Okay. So yeah, HUL हो गया. श्रीराम ट्रांसपोर्ट है, फेडरल बैंक है, L&T है. ठीक है, तो ये सबका फर्स्ट जाके देख लेंगे हम लोग. ये HUL यहाँ आ गया. HUL ऑलरेडी गोइंग टुवर्ड्स R3 लेवल. या SRTR. Let's look at Shriram Transport Finance. Shriram Transport Finance also, there is a gap up and about to give us this gap up with follow through. So Shriram Transport Finance is the next one. Federal Bank, let us see what is happening in Federal Bank. आज भी अपने को कुछ मिलेगा फेड बैंक में, हाँ और नो? लेट अस फाइंड आउट. And yes, we have a gap up opening, and after the gap up opening we will have to wait to see some more follow through to come. ये gap up में जाके I think almost कितना, it's gone and hit 108.85. तो almost our first target has come in this particular this particular like gap up already. So all the people who carry forward the trade from yesterday, you would have seen your first target already being achieved almost in Fed Bank. So as long as it is above R1 previous day high above CPR, the trend will continue to remain on an uptrend. Okay. The next thing is LNT. Let us look at LNT. What's happening in LNT? LNT, okay, gap up all the way till R3, फिर ये नीचे आया. It is showing fresh movement here. Okay, so already like this one leg of movement got done. So you can sort of consider this as a full long body candle all the way that went from year to year. Okay. So what happened is that long body candle went all the way till here. It went till R3, and of course it will always fizzle out. Abhi it can have a next move back here. So that is what it is. So all of these stocks, I think we discussed all of them. Anything is left? Ashok Leyland. Ganesh has written that he has entered Ashok Leyland already. The trade, it was with 2 dots, and yes, we've got we've got a nice big move here. Of course, after having 2 big candles like this, you will see you will see a red candle come. But yes, we are our first target here will be R3, and it is going pretty close to R3 now. Okay, and I'm sure that Ganesh will book profit in R3 level as well. Okay, now let INFI, let us look at INFI. So INFI was among the stock that came down yesterday, and I've told all of you people that amongst all the stocks in the IT sector, INFI looks better off. Okay, INFI is something that looks better off, and I see that Ganesh has already booked profit in INFI. That is superb. I'm sure you took a real fast and furious trade in INFI over there, Ganesh. So superb. Sandeep is writing UPL. Please tell me what you are looking in, what you're seeing in UPL. Yeah. HUL, I already highlighted and I told you that like level 1 trade is come in HUL. तो HUL में already आ गया था trade. Like यहाँ पे ही आ गया था और like अभी R3 के ऊपर भी जा रहा है. तो HUL is already open for all of you. Okay. What else? So all of you guys who are writing UPL, Cholafin, please tell me from what page are you picking it, or after doing what analysis you're picking it, and then we will discuss it. Okay. So now what we have is rolling ticker, and let me tell you that we have done a new addition to rolling ticker. We have actually added CPR level 1 breakouts and CPR level 1 breakdown into rolling ticker. तो जो level 1 trade जो है, वो जो level 1 का जो breakout होता है, वो भी हमने add कर दिया now on rolling ticker. So one more new feature all of you guys have inside of rolling ticker where you can get CPR as well. Okay. So yes, so like Ganesh has said that I once saw open above R3 with good long candle and entered INFI and exited on the 3rd candle. Superb. Okay. Okay. LTTS. CanBank. Okay. See, CanBank is a level 1 trade, all 3 green dots. Okay. Let me look at CanBank. All of you people who are telling the name of the stock also tell you why you're picking out that stock, like based on what signal, and then we can discuss it. Don't only write the name of the stock. What is happening in CanBank? No, we will have to wait in CanBank for it to come. We will have to wait for level 1 to come in CanBank, and the CPR is a little wide, okay, in CanBank. So we have narrow CPR and wide CPR. So we will have to be a little wary about the stocks where the CPR is wide, okay. So that is something that you may have to do. And if you have a look at, this particular stock, CanBank, it is come here in wide CPR. Okay. So that is one thing that has happened in this stock. So I have many more stocks in narrow CPR. TVS Motor is one of them. Okay. So here I have TVS Motor as one of the stocks. Let us see TVS Motor. That is one here. और क्या है from the stocks that we were looking at? IEX has posted very good results a couple of days back. So IEX is also on narrow. Bajaj Auto also on narrow. Bajaj Auto was up on the gainers list. Tata Motors is here up on narrow. So many auto stock. HDFC Bank also is narrow. So what else do we have? What else? Lupin, Exide, Indian Hotel, OFSS. OFSS का रिजल्ट है आज. और क्या है? सन टीवी, टाटा केमिकल, ना ओके, ग्लेनमार्क भी ठीक है. तो ओके, तो ये सारा स्टॉक्स, द स्टॉक्स आई एम टिकिंग आउट आर द स्टॉक्स दैट वर इन द गेनर्स लिस्ट एंड द स्टॉक्स दैट वर are stocks that show good movement for trading. Okay, so now we have Tata Motors, and I have Ganesh saying on the chat that Tata Motors is close to R3, and once that crosses and hold will enter. Okay, so we have a CPR narrow as well, and we know that when CPR is narrow, the chance of R3 breakout becomes high. Okay, the chance of R3 breakout becomes very high when we have a narrow CPR. So that is why we need to pay attention to all the stocks in narrow CPR, and what is even more important than narrow CPR is the stock that come in this thing called narrow 7 over here. And over here I have TVS Motor in narrow 7. What other stock? HDFC Bank also in narrow 7. Jubilant Food, Glenmark, Divis Lab, Dabur. Okay, all of these stocks are in narrow 7. What narrow 7 means is that the narrow 7 is like the most narrow CPR of the past 7 sessions. Okay, so yes, Intellect Design also is on the top gainers list. TCS intraday, please tell me what signal are you seeing on TCS and from which page have you or taken out, and then we will discuss that. Enter Tata Motors now. Okay guys, let us now have a look at Tata Motors. We saw that CPR was narrow, and we also knew that we need to wait for an R3 breakout in Tata Motors. So let us go and let us look at Tata Motors, what is happening here. Bajaj Auto also we will see, TVS Motor also we will see. Here we have that Tata Motors is okay everyone. So what you'll do now in Tata Motors, are you going to enter like right now, or are you going to wait for this candle to close and you're going to wait for a pullback? Please write to me on the chat. Okay, Ganesh has already entered. So what will all of you guys do? Will you enter right now, or will you wait for a pullback till R3 and enter on the next candle? Please tell me all of you guys, and I'm waiting to hear from you. Okay, you need to write that on the chat. Next is Bajaj Auto. Bajaj Auto also narrow CPR. Bajaj Auto, let us see what's happening, and we are seeing a level 1 trade emerge in Bajaj Auto as well. Okay, so Bajaj Auto, another candidate for us to see. Third candidate for us to see is going to be TVS Motor. Here we have TVS Motor. This is a third node. TVS Motor, we don't have a level 1 yet, but Bajaj Auto we have here, and right here we have Bajaj Auto. We have the trade here. We have R3 level here, and the next one that we have an R3 breakout trade, that is Tata Motors. So now I want all you people to write to me on the chat, what will you do? Will you enter right now or will you wait? Okay, so come on guys, tell me fast. Like Suresh is going to wait for a pullback until R3 level. What about all of you others? Please tell me what you're going to do on the chat. What you're going to do with Tata Motors, tell me. Okay, so let us go back and see how we've found the trade of Tata Motors in the first place. First thing that we saw, so we've all through been a little bullish on auto stocks. So the moment any auto stock comes on any of our modules, we like to pay attention to that. It has come in CPR narrow, so because it has come in CPR narrow, the chances of it giving an R3 is high. After coming on CPR narrow, it has also come in level 1. Okay, and that is also there, and that is that, and an R3 breakout as well. So now you guys need to say whether you will enter now or whether you will wait for pullback. Jay Kumar Menon is going to enter. Okay, that is okay, awesome. So Jay Kumar has said that he will enter. Suresh has said that he will wait for a pullback. What about everyone else here? What about everyone else who are in this particular chat? What about all of you guys? All of you who are here, Sushil Kumar, Alok Jain, Ganesh, Sandeep. Will you enter here or will you wait for a particular pullback? Please tell me. We can all the next stock that we can check out can be Bajaj Auto, and I will enter. Selva will also enter. Awesome. Selva also is going to enter right now itself. Yeah. So let us check out where we are. Sandeep also is going to enter right now. Awesome. So if considering that all of you guys are going to enter now, it is time for us to go and check out the R4 level, which is at 460. Okay, so we are at 457. R4 level is around at 460. So like approximately 1% more to go for us to reach R4, right? That is also a good thing. Awesome. That is great. So it becomes very easy to pick stocks, guys, if you know how, and if you follow these simple steps, and if you use NeoTrader, you can pick stocks like that. Okay. Many of you I've seen are afraid of trading because you don't know how to pick stocks. But when you have all this, it becomes a cinch. Okay. So that was Tata Motors. The next one that we saw was Bajaj Auto. So the next one, Bajaj Auto, all three green dots, CPR narrow and level 1. Okay. Bajaj Auto between R2 to R3. Okay, 4071 4114. So if I now look at Bajaj Auto as well, I will see. Let the chart. Oh yeah, here I am all the way up till R3. I have my level here. So level 1 trade active in Bajaj Auto as well. So this is another stock that you all can have your eye on. How did I pick Bajaj Auto? Same reason of how I picked like how I picked Tata Motors. Same thing. Bajaj Auto also here, CPR narrow, and along with being CPR narrow, it has come here in CPR level 1 also, all three green dots and 11 score. Okay, so that is why. And I see now that Maruti also has entered the fray. We have another candidate from auto sector, that is Maruti, that is in there. So that is one. And Ashok Leyland also was something that we saw. Ashok Leyland also in the morning we saw Ashok was around 3 green dots, right? 3 score. Also another level 1 trade, and Ganesh is saying that keep a watch on Ashok Leyland also. So let us go and check out Ashok Leyland as well. Yeah. What is happening in Ashok Leyland in particular? Okay. Ashok Leyland at an R3 level. Jimmy says I'll avoid Tata Motors. Jimmy, share your reason as well as why you will avoid Tata Motors. That'll be interesting. We can have a discussion on that. And while Jimmy is about to write his reason, I want everyone, including Jimmy, to go and hit that particular like button. Go and like this particular video, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, go and like this particular video, and go and like this particular session. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. All of you here, hit the like button. Come on. Canfin Homes, 3 dots. See, I'll tell you one thing about Canfin Homes. It is not a stock that runs every day. Okay, so So here we've got, see the moment you have many stocks, right, on certain days when the market is moving, you will get many stocks. So you can go here and you can do score of 3 and reset. So it will only show you all of those stocks that are in, that have crossed score of 3 in CPR. तो आपको वही मिलेगा. तो it will help you filter and get a smaller list. So what we have now is a much smaller list. No, wait, now I have to do this again. It got refreshed here. So what I have now is a much smaller list. I want to make it even smaller. I'll do 4. So when I did 4, I got only these list of stocks, very focused list of stocks I got. And उसमें मेरे को Godrej property अब मिल गया. Okay, Godrej property भी है उसमें here. So let us go and check out Godrej property. Like, yes, as Mangesh says, go and hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys, and let's have a look at this Godrej property trade now. So okay, Godrej property trade already gone and hit R3. फट जाके R3 वो अभी already लग गया है. And the next thing now is to see for an R3 breakout. Okay. And here we have our CPR. What is happening on CPR now? Also we can see VDL and SBI bullish gap continuation. Okay, let me look at VDL now. Here we have a gap up in VDL, and we saw that right now it has broken R3 and it has given us follow through over the over the gap, and that is why it has come here in rolling ticker as bullish gap continuation. See, that is the benefit of using rolling ticker. Like when we were sitting here, we didn't know exactly what stock to look at, right? जो भी देखना था हमने देख लिया. We were sitting a little like अभी what to do next. Rolling ticker में आया VDL bullish opening gap with continuation. When I went here and when I just opened the chart, I got to see a very, very beautiful chart setup. Okay, so that is a power of using NeoTrader, and that is a power of having rolling ticker in your disposal. You don't know, you know exactly what chart to see and what stock to pick, because where the action is happening, right, it'll pick that out and it will give you. Okay, the next one is SBI. So we can look at SBI as well. What is happening on SBI? It also says the same signal, bullish opening gap and continuation. I see here again. Here we have a bullish opening gap continuation and even higher. And see the way SBI is moving after that happened. Superb. Just superb movement we are getting in SBI. Okay. If I go to my intraday trades page, I will see that I have a super curated trade also here in SBI. Okay, India Mart, TCS, all of these trades have been generated over here. Okay, so for people who don't want to do analysis, right, who don't want to go into that much charts, we like what you saw in SBI here, it gets picked up by our ready-made trades page also, where you get a stock, you get entry, you get target, stop loss, everything. So you can already, you can sort of take these ready-made trades as well. Okay, so now Jimmy is saying that it has moved too wild. I'll enter those stocks which are about to move now, rather than taking a deep stop level on Tata Motors. Yes, see, that makes sense, and that's a very sensible thing that Jimmy has said. Okay, and it is something that all of you people need to understand as well. Okay, let me first put up the chart of Tata Motors, and here we have SBI also above R3 level. Super curated trade in SBI doing pretty well right now. Okay, so yes, here we have Tata Motors. So what Jimmy is saying, that he is having to take the trade over here. If you have to take the trade over here, the minimum stop loss you have to keep is here. So okay, so he does not want to keep such a big stop loss. Okay, he does not want to take it here. So because the stop loss is here, he has decided that I don't want this trade. Even if it goes and hits target, it is fine, and that is the sort of attitude that all of you people should inculcate. Okay, you see the trade and you see where the stop loss comes. Okay, even and you see whether you can afford to take the trade, and only if you can afford that big stop loss, then take the trade. Because even if, because you can't afford the stop loss, and if you go and keep it here because that is all that you can afford, it can very easily come down, hit R3, or take support at the low of this big candle, or take support at the day's low, and it can move. All of those things it can move, and usme your stop loss will get hit, and the trend has not changed at all. It is still in an uptrend, and the trade also is still on, and the probability of it going to R4 does not reduce. Okay, but your stop loss will get hit. So all of these, right, all of the, all of these things that you're seeing here, this level, there are a lot of noise levels out here on the chart. This is 1, 2, 3, all of these noise levels. You need to ensure that your stop loss is below all of the possible noise levels that you see. Okay, because if you put your stop loss between the noise levels, only because of the noise, there are chances that your stop loss can get hit and you will lose money. And many times it may so happen that the trade will go and hit the target also. So so it's so very important to keep it below that prescribed level of noise. If you cannot afford that level, do not take the trade. Leave the trade and move to the next trade. You can see the number of trades we are able to pick out like that. Superb, we are able to pick out like that, one after the other, we are picking out trades. Okay, so that is what we are doing. Okay, so booked 19,000 profit in Bank Nifty and Mindtree BTSC trade. Superb Varun Sharma. It's great to see that you've gone and you have booked profit in both Bank Nifty and in the BTST trades of Mindtree. Okay. Positional play, Dr. Reddy, pick or avoid. Dr. Reddy positional trade is already active. Usme entry price, target, stop loss, everything is mentioned. So we don't need to do any further analysis on that. All the points are there. Entry hai, target hai, stop loss hai. You can take a decision whether you want to take the trade or no. But the time to take so entry price hai, entry price के आसपास you can take the trade. Target, stop loss है mentioned. उस पे अपने को अभी the already analyzed thing में we don't need to go and do further analysis. That is something that we need to see. If I go to low, I only see one trade in SBI. Okay, if I go to high, I get to see many more trades here like Gujarat Gas, Hind Petro. And if I go and write here BTST, what happens is daily 3 बजे के आसपास मेरे को ये BTST का trades मिलता है. So for some of you people who don't have time to trade daily, okay, you don't have time to see the market in the morning or whatever, ये जो BTST trade है उसका time is fixed almost every day. रोज का 3 बजे को ये आता है. ठीक है, if you can see this daily, if you see, it will come at 3 o'clock. Okay, daily it comes at 3. You can log in at 3 p.m. and you can go and check out what all trades came like this along with the name of the stock, and you can look for the entry price. यहाँ पे target है, stop loss है, आपने entry ले लिया, next day morning target stop loss देख के आप उस पे decision ले सकते हो. ठीक है, so these trades only last for like 1 day. आज लिया तो next day we will take it, and these are very good for people who don't have too much time for doing analysis. So these are all pre-made, sort of pre-cooked, already analyzed and given to you ready-made trades. So all of these ready-made trades are also available inside of NeoTrader. All people it is especially for those guys who don't have time to do all this chart-based analysis that we are doing. You can have a look at these ready-made trades. That will help you really make money in the market. Okay, next let me now go to the अपना dashboard. Let me choose now let me choose open. Let me see what is happening on the dashboard from open. And in the meantime, I've told all of you to go and like the video, so please ensure that you have hit the like button. Okay, Gujarat Gas, India Mart, Chambal Fertilizer, ये 3 है. On the positive, Intellect भी है 1.5, Emphasis भी अभी आ गया, Ashok Leyland भी है, Godrej Property was something that we discussed some time back, and if you see that stock also is right here. Okay, Canfin Home, some of you were writing on the chat, वो भी अभी आ गया. ABB also the stock in a good uptrend. Okay, so whenever ABB is on a gainers list or ABB is showing some sort of bullish signal, you should always keep that in mind. Okay, Techem है, Coforge है, okay, FSL है. So a good number of IT stocks are on the gainers list today. So that is one thing that we can see. Very good number of IT stocks. Let us now go to the sector view and see what is happening on the sector. And when I have a look at the sectors, I find that the chemical sector, energy sector have some bit of green. Apart from that, there is no other sector showing too much dark green. Okay, so no particular sectoral bias today. Let me change this from open and see if I have something over here. Okay, when I look from open, I don't get a perfect bias, but yes, I see that my auto stocks are pretty much in the green. Okay, that is one. And when I go lower, I don't see any clear cut dominance. Okay, some IT stocks also I'm seeing are entering the green part here. Intellect, Emphasis, Techem, Persistent, Coforge, Infi, FSL, TCS. All of these stocks are moving to the green now. तो एक IT stocks है green में और एक auto sector है. FMCG, what about FMCG? FMCG also is over here. And all India Mart, Crompton, Hindustan, Unilever, Dabur, ये सब है. Titan is flat over here. I find that Titan to be flat here. So, and I have all of these stocks that are in the red. Okay. Pharma also pretty much on the red. Financial services flat, leaning towards the red. PSU banks definitely on the red. Private banks on the green. We have Axis Bank, Federal Bank, HDFC Bank on the green, and the rest of the pack is again on the red. Auto is fine. Metals is 50-50. Construction, miscellaneous again are more or less on the red itself. So yeah, so apart from auto and IT, I'm not getting any particular sector bias coming out today in the market. So Ganesh has said that he will enter Titan about 2290 when it crosses R3. So yes, Titan is something that you can track, Ganesh, and you can tell everyone here as to what your findings are. Let me now go back to Nifty 50 and see what is happening on the Nifty 50. Again, as we saw, I have my IT stocks on top over here. I have Techem, I have Infi, I have TCS, right? Apart from that, I have Axis Bank, I have SBI. So banks are also participating today. Hindustan Unilever is positive from open. Okay. So, and I have UPL and TCS. Okay, all of these guys are there. So let me, in the morning, the very first chart that we checked out today was Hindustan Unilever. So let us go back and see what is happening over there now. क्या हो गया? In the meantime, Tata Motors seem to be sustaining above R3, and here we are. Okay, so here we saw it went above R1, went all the way to R3, has taken resistance in R3 and come down, and now again we will have to wait for an R3 breakout in HUL. Right, so please do note that a lot of people are sitting in the money in HUL and looking at the way every time the stock is dipping, it's getting bought into. Okay, a lot of fresh money also is waiting to enter this stock. I'm purely looking at price action, and purely applying knowledge, like logic here. The logic part is that the results were good. Because the results are good and because the results have surprised, there are going to be fresh people, there are going to be fresh entry in the stock. Okay, that, but at the same time, because the stock has been up, there are a lot of people who will be wanting to book profits in this particular stock. And all the guys who are wanting to book profits when it moves up, they will go and book some profits. But the sign and the way to see whether demand is there in the stock is if you see these tall lower shadows here. Every time some profit booking happens, okay, and it goes to important price action levels, like you are seeing here, first on the CPR, then on S1, then around previous day low or previous day's high, it is going there and it is getting bought into again. Okay, so every time it's coming down, it is getting bought into. Okay, so maybe we may have to approach a buy on dips sort of strategy now on HUL. Okay, that is what we would want to do. Okay, so Jimmy, what we do, how, so you have asked multiple questions. Okay, I want to know what parameters. You see, you can go and you can watch the video of last Friday. Okay, so what we did on last Friday was, like, Raja came and he actually came and he explained, okay, how you can extend an existing trade and how you can convert your existing intraday trades into BTST overnight multi-day trades, looking at the way it closes at the end of the day. So that session was between 2:30 to 4 last to last Friday. You can go and watch that session. It was explained there in lot of detail, because all of these decisions we won't take now. Okay, we won't take all of these decisions now. We will take all of these decisions at the end of the day, after seeing how the trade has moved. Like, one example of how you could do that, of how you could ensure that you don't leave any money on the table, and you don't leave unbooked profits. And very good example of that was Federal Bank of today. If you go and watch my yesterday's video, I did an analysis on Federal Bank. Okay, the way we went and picked the trade was, the reason why we went and picked Federal Bank was because it showed a Kumo twist on weekly. So if you're following Ichimoku, you will know that Kumo twist is one of a very powerful bullish signals in Ichimoku. Okay, that is one thing. And here you can see that here we have Federal Bank over here, and that is how we picked it. And because it's a signal on the weekly chart, it became a candidate for us to do a positional trade. Okay, it's a candidate for us to do a positional trade. And because it becomes a positional trade, that means the trend is going to last for a few days. And I analyzed that, and I think we sort of generated multiple targets on that stock. But it moved up some 3.5% yesterday itself. Okay, if you felt the profit was good, many people thought that was good money for one day, and many exited. But because we had that confidence that it is bullish on the higher time frame, we saw that a Kumo twist happened on the weekly chart. That is what will give you confidence to be like, no, the higher time frame trend in the stock is still positive, so maybe I can carry forward this trade for longer. Only because of that reason, today also it has moved well and it has closed well as also. And because of all of these reasons, the people who were holding today would have got 1% profit more, because it gapped up and it moved higher today as well. Okay, so that is how you can. There are various ways that you can decide. On inside of NeoTrader, we have this thing called BTST mode. Suppose you're having an intraday stock and it is coming on BTST mode, right? And if it appears over there on that particular list, you know that your intraday stock has also showing a chance of being a BTST stock. Over here we have something called Fibonacci pivots, right? And in Fibonacci pivots we have something here called R4 plus. So say all of you guys are taking trades in NIFTY, and at the end of the day it remains in R4 plus at after like 3 p.m. or something. If it is sustaining above R4, if it comes here on this particular list, that is another indication that you can carry forward this trade in the next day, because the trend is continuing to sustain higher and it is not falling down. So all of these things you can do, Jimmy, in order to know how to take your in order to know how to carry forward your trade to the next day. So all of you people like Jimmy and anyone else, you want to know, you are not using NeoTrader, you want to know more of it, you can just go to our website, or you can go to the description link of this particular video and you will find the link of our website. You will find some numbers also of our team members. You can just call and speak with all of them. Okay. Hope few would have made money in Ashok Leyland. Great, awesome. How to make TradingView chart in dark mode? Do we need to take subscription? See, I don't think any of you need to take any paid subscription of TradingView. None of you need paid subscription. उसका कोई ज़रूरत ही नहीं है, क्योंकि every broker, आप कहाँ भी अकाउंट खोल लो, एलिस ब्लू में खोलो, जीरोदा में खोलो, एडलवाइज में खोलो, अपस्टॉक्स में खोलो, आपको ये सारा चार्ट्स फ्री में मिल जाता है. ठीक है, तो कोई भी पेड सब्सक्रिप्शन फॉर ट्रेडिंग व्यू में लेने का ज़रूरत नहीं है. अगर आपको लेना है तो इट इज़ अप टू यू, बट 99% of what you need to do you will get for free from the trading view charts that are being offered by the brokers only. And if that is not enough, इसके अंदर also we have like real time charts inside of NeoTrader also is there. NeoTrader के अंदर भी charts है. आपका जो brokerage है उसमें भी you will already be getting charts for free. So there is absolutely no point in going and paying more. Okay. Like for example, like I have gone and taken paid subscription of TradingView because मैं alongside मैं बहुत testing भी करता हूँ. Okay, I do a lot of strategy development. I do a lot of strategy testing. I do a lot of other type of analysis, and I'm constantly developing new things. So I use it more for that. Okay, technically I don't need this TradingView at all. Okay, I don't need TradingView. सबका सब जो भी आपको करना है फ्री वर्जन में सबका सब हो जाता है. Everything happens on the free version of TradingView. Paid version of TradingView is not required for all of you guys. Okay, like Madhu says, Vinayagam, you are a real star. Yeah, need your guidance. Awesome, Vinayagam, you are having many fans now, Ganesh, over here on the things. So you should come and you should post more. Awesome, great. Yes, Madhu, please say what you're seeing in VDL. Okay, you need to become the next star, Madhu. You have to become the next star. So for that, you analyze it and you say what you're seeing on VDL, and all of us will analyze. आप बताओ अभी आपने क्या देखा, हम लोग सब वही खोल के देखेंगे अभी. ओके, और मीन टाइम में आप लोग सब जो यहाँ पे है, प्लीज गो एंड हिट द लाइक वीडियो. पीपल हु आर न्यू, प्लीज सब्सक्राइब टू आवर चैनल. Okay, all the new guys subscribe, because once you subscribe you will be able to write on the chat. People who are new, people who are looking at NeoTrader for the first time, description में हमारा website है, number लिखा है. You all can speak to our team. They'll be more than happy to help you out, and they'll also give you a free demo of NeoTrader for all of you people to see. Yes, thank you so much, Dinesh, and even I am very happy that you and everyone here regularly come and participate in this particular live session. Only when we do, because his live session is a two-way street. It is not like a one-way discourse, it's a two-way street. So unless like you and all of you people come and participate, it does not become a success. So if this particular live session is a success, it is because of all of you guys who are in this particular session and who are participating in this particular chat. Okay. Mangesh says, do we have charts in NeoTrader? Yes, we have charts. The same investing trading view charts is there in NeoTrader here. just go here, analyst zone, go to charts and click on real time charts over here, and those charts will open. Okay, I have been trading for 25 years. NeoTrader software and NeoTrader team have helped me to do a lot better. That is awesome. That is awesome, Ganesh. Thank you so much for acknowledging that. Like, it's really very nice of you. Stock analyzer open and you will find chart option, Mangesh ji. Yes, another place where you can find charts is stock analyzer as well, Mr. Mangesh. So you can either go here and you can click on charts, and you can hit on real time charts, and you will get it. And you'll be, I have a NeoTrader Lite subscription. Do I need to take Pro? It is up to you, Dinesh. If you are happy with the features that you are having in Lite, you can continue in Lite. But if you want the entire power of NeoTrader, you want everything, like then you can take Pro, because in Lite we have few pages. In Pro we have all of the pages. But in those few pages, if your work is getting done, then please happily continue in Lite. If you think that you want to do more, and if you think you want to sort of benefit from all the things that are happening here, you can take Pro as well. Like Ganesh was saying, it is my third year with the NeoTrader team. I would be happy to see 500 people watching this sooner or later and get the knowledge. Yes, Ganesh, even I'll be very happy to see 500 people watching this. So what I would ask you and all of you guys to do is please go and share the link of these videos with all your friends, so that even they can come and even they can watch and even they can benefit, and we can have a bigger family of neo traders, and we can have more and more discussions and more participation in this particular live session. Yeah. Jay Kumar is saying that Pro has many more advantages. Yes, definitely Pro has far more advantages than Lite, but that does not mean that Lite में features नहीं है. Lite में भी बहुत सारे features है that can be useful for you. Okay, so I will tell you the difference between like Lite and Pro. If you are someone who does not want to do any analysis, you only want ready-made trades. आपको सिर्फ इतना चाहिए कि नियो ट्रेडर का जो रेडीमेड ट्रेड सेक्शन है, जैसे ये इंट्राडे है, हाँ ये मल्टी डे है और पोजिशनल, इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं मिलेगा लाइट में. इफ़ यू ओनली वांट इंट्राडे, मल्टी डे, पोजिशनल, यू ओनली वांट रेडीमेड ट्रेड्स, आपको उसके अलावा आपको कुछ नहीं देखना है, आपको बस वही देखना है, तो आपके लिए लाइट ठीक है. ओके, if you want to do the analysis on the market the way we are doing here, you want to come up with your own trades, you want to analyze stocks, you want to sort of use different pages to sort of build your trading acumen, then go for Pro, because all of those features are available in Pro. Okay, Madhu is saying like great spirit and very great forum. This is indeed awesome, Madhu. That is great. Thank you. The spirit and the forum becomes great. Again, I'll tell you, with the people who are in it, and it is all of you people who are here and who are participating that makes this particular forum great. So yes, like for example, now Ganesh is back with more trades now. Okay, now SBI card, it is above R3 and open and low is the same. So let me go here now and let me write SBI card. What do I see? Oh my God, ये तो देखो SBI card तो back to back, सुबह कल भी बुलिश, आज भी बुलिश, इधर दिए सारे के सारे आज के ट्रेड्स. Score of 2, score of 3, BB cut, previous day high crossed. Wow, all of these are happening in SBI card. Great. So we have to go and we have to check out SBI card now. Yes, Amit Singh, I think I already explained I already explained that to you. You don't need any paid subscription. You just need to go here. यहाँ पे जाओ और देखो, यहाँ पे डार्क कलर थीम करके लिखा है. यहाँ पे देखो, ये दिखता है 3 डॉट यहाँ पे ऊपर. ये 3 डॉट में जब लिखेंगे ये डार्क रख देंगे. इफ आई कीप दिस थिंग ऑफ, it will become light. It'll become white like this. If I go here and I keep this thing on, it becomes dark theme. मेरे को dark theme ज़्यादा पसंद आता है because it gives less glare on the eye. No, because the white theme is what it is very bright, no, so full day हम लोग बैठ के ये we keep seeing the screen, so too much of glare is not good. Dark theme gives less glare, so it is more easy on the eye. That's the only reason why I use this dark theme. Okay, so SBI cards has gone above R3, and it is also looks like it is sustaining above R3. Many more signals have also come in SBI cards, and SBI cards also a stock that has been bullish for quite some days now, because if I go and if I look at the daily chart of SBI card, I see that pretty much in a very good uptrend. I've been doing a lot of Ichimoku daily, weekly analysis on the earlier days. I've been creating watch list and showing you. SBI cards has always been showing up on all of our bullish studies. So that is one thing. And recently it took a breather, and I saw that it took support exactly on the TS line, and after taking exactly support on the TS line, it is making a new high here. Okay, and the CS rank 1 bhi ho gaya hai. This is like CS rank 1 as well. So even the daily chart looks very good for SBI cards, and even on the intraday charts we are seeing a move above R3 and a sustained move above R3. So yes, it is a SBI cards is something that is very good. Tata Motors was something that we were discussing. So let us see what is happening in Tata Motors. Some of you people said you will enter, some of you people said you will not enter. Okay, let us see what is happening. And here we are almost close to Tata Motors going and hitting R4 level. Okay, our target was R4, which was close to 460, and we are seeing that it has started moving up, and it is almost going close to going and touching that particular level. Now Varun Sharma booked another profit of 6,600 in TechM. Awesome, Varun. Varun Sharma is on a profit booking spree. That is great. Great to see that you are doing very well, Varun. I'm happy for you. Okay, and I'm happy for all of the people who have come out here, and that brings me to the end of today's session. I would like to thank all of you for taking the time out and coming for this particular live session. Thank you so much. And with that, it brings me to an end, and I will see you again tomorrow. Okay, and till then, have a very great day of trading and have a very great day. My name is Aditya Iyer. I'm the co-founder of NeoTrader, signing out from today's video. I will see you again tomorrow exactly at 8:45 a.m. Okay, bye.